My name is Fen Bolodioku and I am the creative director and founder of Monannie, and we create bespoke cakes, patisserie and some wedding gifting items for guests who have a keen eye for the little meaningful details. Started a little bit of a sad story. It was a dark time in our lives where I was not very mentally well, and I just found calm, peace and some healing through baking, and one thing after the other, Monannie was born. It's between two things, but I think I'll pick sugar flowers. Making sugar flowers, there's just something about being inspired by nature and then just making a flower from sugar paste, petal by petal, that's just so calming and so tranquil and kind of transports me into another world that I absolutely love. So I would say yes, that is my favorite part. I think I would go back to the very start. And it was when Monannie was just in the very early stages. We were still Monannie Cupcake at that point. And I remember Shagan, my husband, printing out so many so many flyers and going out and giving them to the floral shop that wasn't too far from us. And we got our first wedding cake order from them. At the same time, my dad, I remember him seeing our very first business cards and the pride in his eyes. It was, I had no belief in myself at this point. I was very excited about starting a business, but I really didn't think I could do it. But there was something about the relentless support of my husband, and I shouldn't choke up, but yeah. And the pride in my dad's eyes for something that was nothing at that point, that I'll never forget, and it stays with me. People are not scared to think outside the box. There's no molds that wedding cake or wedding dress or what have you has to look this way. It's just, what is the story you're about to tell, and just let your creativity go wild and just create for the couple, and their guests. And I think that's the main trend. It's not, we have to have 3 tiers with royal icing or with fondant or with that. There's so many things and the possibilities are endless. So I think that's the major change I've seen. Old school element to coming back, like the big Lambeth piping cakes come back, and because that was such an art form that I think was dying for a little bit, but it's now back, and I'm like, yes, explore it to the fullest, and people should just take that and just run with it and make it their own. So I love those pieces. I think, as we've kind of been talking about, it's just authenticity and people not being afraid to be themselves in whatever they're choosing. Be it a wedding dress, it doesn't have to fit a mold. Just be you. It's the day about you and your guests and your family and what have you. Celebrate it in the way that you want. Life is too short to not do that.
Eat lots of cake. Taste it, but also not just cake, because your inspirations for your wedding cake can come from all things sweet, and now bespoke flavors are a really, really big thing. So just try lots of different things, think about what goes together, think about stuff that evokes a lovely memory for you and your significant other, and go with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would actually echo that, and first of all say you don't have to have cake if cake is not important to you. Not a big deal. It's not, you don't have to do something just because it's tradition. But if cake is important to you, I think the key things there, beyond the pretty, beyond the flavors, is what story is that cake telling. I know it might sound silly, but there's so many ways and so many forms that you can pull inspiration from, that a guest will see a cake and it will inspire conversation about, oh, why did we have that chocolate with passion fruit, or why was there that bird there, or why did they use that design? So there's always a story to a cake that's been considered. So go with that and be authentically you. I think, as I've said like a million times today now. I was at the Bertha show in Kipton Fitzroy. I can't remember what year it was now, if it was 2019.
Just think about whether it was pre or post COVID.
It was pre-COVID, definitely.
It would have been 2019.
Yeah, I think it was 2019, yeah. Two things. I think that event was really memorable because anytime we can get to, I think because we did desserts there as well. So anytime we can get to share cake with people is always memorable for me. It's like, yeah, let everyone eat cake and be happy, and that's great. And I think after that we did a little Valentine's Day shoot with you with some little mini cakes. I loved making those. I think that's probably my fondest memory. I think apart from the incredible ambience, I think it's a team. I'm just in love with your collaborative spirit and how you seek to uplift others, and I think that's something that's very rare and it's just beautiful to see. What would you say?
I think you actually care about what you do.
Yeah.
And that actually, it sounds like a really small thing, but it's actually a really huge thing, and people sense that and they know when people actually really care.
Incredible. I'm like a little kid in like Candyland. It looks amazing.
Yeah, I haven't seen, you don't really get to see so many bridal showrooms anymore, and so it's nice to see one, and it's lovely.
And perfect. Thank you so much, guys.